Since there's a lot of bullshit going around on the internet about how to sign clients as a freelance filmmaker, creative agency owner, or just how to sign clients as a creative freelancer, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to explain to you the simple system that I use to sign clients and how can you start signing clients as fast as possible. The first thing you need to do, other than actually becoming pretty good at filmmaking, is to find out how can you help people with video content. Like, what is your offer? You need to find out who do you want to help, what can you help them achieve, and how can you help them achieve that. So for example, I help hospitality businesses, so restaurants, hotels, resorts, establish a premium online presence using video content. Now, a premium online presence for hospitality businesses will mean more clients, more recurring clients, events, and collaborations with other, for example, famous chefs or something like that. There are a lot of good examples that, well, you can use. For example, I help real estate agents sell more properties using viral listing videos. This is one that is actually going, well, viral right now because you probably saw all those crazy good-looking edits of people just filming houses, and then the edits just turn out absolutely amazing. I absolutely love those videos. And if, for example, like, just think it through, if you would sit down to watch that video, there's probably 1,000, 10,000, maybe even 1 million more people who will sit down to watch that video about a property. Now, if you can get 1 million views on a real estate agent's property through organic content, like I'm not talking about paid ads right here, I'm talking about organic content. Just think about it. Is it worth it for that real estate agent to invest into a professional filmmaker? Because in my opinion, obviously yes, because otherwise he would have to pay for advertising, he would have to pay for open houses, where he have to invite people, he has to talk to the owner, he has to do all that bullshit. But if you come in as a filmmaker and just offer to make a cool looking viral listing video, that video blows up and goes, for example, to 1 million views, then 1 million people checked out that house. Now, there's a huge chance, in my opinion, that from 1 million people, one might be interested. And I'm talking about one. And that is already a pretty good thing, because real estate agents can have to do a lot to get people interested in houses, in properties. I just know that because I actually talk to real estate agents. Another good example can be I help chiropractors fill up their calendars with quality leads using video content. Pretty simple. In your local area, look for chiropractors you can help out with video content. If your content actually brings in leads for the chiropractor, because content builds trust, it builds authority, and basically just helps him build a personal brand that he can leverage, then obviously for the chiropractor, it's worth it to invest into a professional filmmaker. And at this point, you're not even a filmmaker anymore because you're becoming a creative director for that chiropractor's brand. The next thing you have to do is to make a list with the businesses you want to work with. You need to gather their contact information, so websites, Instagram names, email addresses, contact numbers. Gather everything that later you can use to reach out to, because there are different outreach methods. I'm going to talk about those as well in just a minute. But why is a list important? I think the list is really important because whenever you're in your outreach phase, you just have to go by your list and reach out to all of them. So if one rejects you, you can go to the next one. But if you don't have a list ready, when one, for example, you just call up a restaurant, you get rejected, you have to go and look for the another one. You're losing time. So instead, spend time on making a list, which you can use when you're reaching out. And now let's talk about outreach. So the next thing you have to do is reach out to these businesses. Now, there are different methods you can use, as I said. You can cold DM people on Instagram. You can write them emails. You can message them via WhatsApp or something like that. Or you can call them. Or also, you can also cold approach them, which is probably one of the best ways you can do it. It's also probably the scariest way. But you need to rephrase the whole way you think about reaching out and getting rejected. Because a lot of people, and me included, are probably scared because they think that just because they get rejected, they aren't worth shit. Now, this is as far away from the truth as possible, because just because a business says no to you, says no to your services, does not mean that you are the bad person here, right? Like, it does not mean that you're unqualified. It might mean that they currently don't have capacity for you. They might have someone else who's doing the job, or they're just simply not interested. Now, that still does not mean that you're the one at fault here. So don't think about rejections as something that is bad. Think about rejections as something that is important. Every single no that you get, and I got a couple of no's already, every single no that you can get will lead to the one big yes. And sometimes only one big yes is all you need. I remember when I started watching Iman Gadzhi, he said, you're probably one client away from the dream life. So sometimes having only one yes is the only thing you need. Now, my favorite method was cold DMing for a very long time, and now it has become cold calling. So why is cold calling so good? Because just think about it from the perspective of a chiropractor. If you call up a chiropractor, they will most likely answer the phone because they might think that you're a potential lead. And if they don't answer immediately, they will 100% call you back because, as I said, they will think that you're a potential lead. And it's really important to remember that as they pick up the phone, don't immediately start pitching your offer because they don't know you, they never heard about you, and first you have to prove yourself. And I will talk about it in just a second. Start the conversation as friendly as possible. Don't immediately start talking about business stuff and how can you grow their business. They do not fucking care because you're just calling them. You're calling them. Calling is pretty good because it establishes a personal connection with the other people, right? So here's my cold calling script, and you can start using this immediately. Just change my name, the city, and your offer. Hi, my name is Norbert. I'm a videographer based in Cluj-Napoca, and I help hospitality businesses establish a premium online presence using video content. Now, you can easily start the conversation with this because then they will be interested in what you have to offer. And here comes the next step. Give away a free video shoot. I know what you might think, a free video shoot, why would you waste your time? Yeah, exactly. You have to waste your time a bit because in the beginning you have to do unscalable things to then scale your business. So here's how you're going to do this. First, while you're on the phone, you just tell them that I would like to prove what I can do for you and how can I help your business. And to do that, I would like to give away a free video shoot to you. Does this sound like a fair deal? This is what I say always in my cold calls. Yeah, basically all the time, the answer I got was, yes, it does seem like a fair deal. I also always mention that if they like this free video, if they like the free content that I create for them, we can talk about a long-term collaboration. If they don't like it, they will never ever hear about me again. This basically means that I take all the risks. If I fuck up the video and they don't like it, then I will never ever bother them. It's really important to take all the risk in the beginning because this shows that you have to prove yourself. This shows that you are interested in actually helping them, but you know that first you need to show what you can do. And let me tell you that businesses will appreciate you. And since COVID-19 has happened, no business will say no to a free video. That is a guarantee. I guarantee that no business will say no to a free video. The next thing you have to do is actually just nail the production. So treat this free video as a paid shoot. Don't just go there with your camera, acting all tough and just shooting whatever you like. No. Gather inspiration, make a shot list, maybe even write a script. Do everything you have to do to make sure that the final outcome is fucking amazing. Like, just think about it. Think about the free video shoot as a free sample in like supermarkets. They give away a small bit of chocolate to you, and if you like it, you're like, this is actually pretty good. How much is a whole bar? And they will tell you that it's X price, and you will be like, okay, well, I will buy one. Why not? So this is why a free sample is so good. Now, once you nail the production, once you deliver the video, they like the video, okay, how do you go about transitioning this person to a paying client? Well, they will most likely transition themselves because if you did a good job, and I believe that you can do a good job if you're watching this video, and if they like the video, they will most likely say, okay, how can we proceed with our collaborations? And here, all you have to do is basically explain to the business owner, how do you actually work? Like, how can you help them further? You can tell them well, every single month I will come in and shoot you guys 8 videos. Now, you can use these 8 videos as you like, but this way I can guarantee that you will have a consistent online presence. And for this, a business who was basically never really online, like they never really posted consistently or anything, they will most likely love your idea. And I'm telling you this from experience, because most of the business owners do want to invest into social media because they realize the potential in it. And a lot of business owners started using AI to create content. And let me tell you that they do a terrible job because they just don't know how to do it. And this is where you come in. You come in, you grab your camera and you shoot them some amazing content that they can use to promote whatever is their service or whatever is their product. So if you follow these simple steps, I can guarantee you that you will most likely sign your first client in this month. It does not take more than 7 days. And I actually tested this. If you do everything in order, as I just told you, you can start signing clients in as little as 7 days, which is crazy. I know it's crazy, but you can do it. Just trust in yourself, have some belief, be confident, and you can do it. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe to support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.